Greetings, Pisces, and welcome to my YouTube channel, One Who Sees Tarot. Pisces family members, the spirit guide has already been invoked and the cards have been anointed, shuffled, and cut according to the amount of times that the spirit has given me guidance. With your permission, I would like to get right into your mid-monthly reading for the month of July 2017. Pisces family members, I see where some of you did not take the local trip. Some of you did not take that short trip that you were thinking about taking. Some of you did not. And whereas others who did take the trip, I see that you have realized that that was not the best trip to take. Pisces family members, I do see though, I see where you're now in a place of fulfillment. You're now in a place of abundance. You're now in a place where you feel good, and that's a good thing. You feel good about yourself. But Pisces family members, I have to prepare you for a few dynamics that I'm looking at. If you don't mind, I'd like to tell you what the Spirit is showing me. Pisces family members, right now you are stable and stationary and you're happy and you're fulfilled, and this is a good thing. And you do have this card that the Spirit put here is a card that indicates fulfillment. And there's only one character on this card indicating that much of this energy is a fulfillment with yourself. Much of it is a fulfillment with yourself. The Spirit also shows me that there is some type of energy in your environment that indicates a heartbreak. Like, in other words, it seems like seems like somebody broke up, or somebody has been dishonest as it relates to the heart and the emotions and the love dynamic. So I do see that, and I also see it. It's not as if it's something, well, it's something that is lingering, and you might be aware of it. And I believe I've said that to you before, Pisces family members, because it's not laying here as if it's cutting you, as if it's hurting you, but it is certainly part of your energy, that there's some type of a three-way type of a thing. And when I say three-way, I say it a lot in my readings, and what I mean is that there's some type of, you're dealing with somebody who's dealing with somebody, or you're dealing with two people, and that type of dynamic. So this is in your environment right now. But in an interesting way, Pisces family members, and I just said to you that I see you in a happy place, in a self-fulfilled, you're very fulfilled right now. And the Spirit shows me you being very happy once again in another location in your spread. And Pisces family members, I do see where some of you are in, the advice that the Spirit is giving is that some of you need to get up and do something. There are some things that you're going to have to do. We'll get some clarity on that. In other words, some of you are supposed to be doing something and you're not doing it. So some of you are supposed to be making a move, you're not making a move. Some of you are supposed to be doing something with your life and you're being kind of reluctant and dragging your feet about making the next move. So you know who you are, and the Spirit is showing me that card. In addition, Pisces family members, the Spirit is showing me a flying trip for some of you. And this may be a couple of flights. It looks like there are some flights, but it looks like it might be even a couple of flights. You might be in and out of one plane to another plane type of energy. So Pisces, you can expect that, and it looks like it's going to be a safe and happy trip. Pisces family members, in your advice section, the Spirit is showing me you, and its Spirit is showing me where someone has been dishonest, someone has been me, and that energy is going to pass. That energy is leaving. That energy is ending. In fact, that energy is ending, and the Spirit has shown me an ending to that, a confirmation card in a whole nother place. So what I'm looking at is that this energy of a me type of person that was in your life, this is going to end. This is going to end. And like I said, whatever this is, whatever this energy is, it's not taking you out. It's not doing. You are fulfilled. You're good. You're good in yourself. So this is a good thing. Pisces family members, there is some money that is coming to you in the way of assistance. I don't know what your individual needs are. I don't know what type of dynamics you are involved in, whether it's education or housing or what. But the Spirit is showing me giving. There's an entity that's going to give you money because it's only fair. You obviously have been generous with your resources, and so now the fairness from the universe is being returned to you. And again, the Spirit is showing me another card indicating that same type of a dynamic, because it shows where you've taken a loss, you've taken a, you've given, but you haven't gotten it back yet. You've given and you've done, but the Spirit is saying that that's okay. Whatever you missed, whatever you lost, whatever you took a beating on, whatever you took a loss in, the Spirit is showing me that and probably has to do with money. So the Spirit is showing me where that's coming back to you. There's money coming back to you that you gave. So in other words, you helped somebody. I'm not saying that you loaned 100 and that person is going to give you 100. What I am saying is you have been helpful to others, and the Spirit acknowledges you being helpful to others and is saying this is your time when you're going to get some recompense. You're going to get some return on your kindness. Let's go into deeper into your reading. Pisces. Oh, Pisces, this is so nice. Pisces family members, I do see a masculine energy, and this masculine energy is bringing love. So this is bringing love to you, Pisces family members. And if you are the masculine energy of Pisces, of the Piscean family, then this is a good, fruitful time for love. And it's interesting because, as I mentioned a few moments ago, that there was a three-way, and this three-way does not mean, listen, it's a three-way, but as far as I'm concerned, and I'm not judging anybody, if you know about it and if you're with it and it's not a problem, then all good. It's not my business to judge. So, but I am saying to you that this is back in your center, right alongside of that three-way, and this is a love relationship. So this might be a relationship where you have an understanding, and if this is you, the Spirit is talking to you. And the Spirit is about to bring you to a place, though, of celebration. So there's a possibility that this three-way might end, and when this three-way ends, you might emerge as numero uno. That's a possibility. But the Spirit is showing me love, you being stable and good and in a good position as far as love is concerned. And the Spirit is showing me celebration, where there's getting ready to be some good times, some celebration, some happiness. And this happiness is showing up in 2 or 3 different places in your spread. So this is beautiful. And Piscean family members, there is money getting ready to come to you. There is money getting ready to be offered to you. There is money coming. Piscean family members, the Spirit is showing me where you have been a little bit mentally perhaps, and maybe even emotionally exhausted. And so because you have been tired and because you have been drained a little bit, there's a need to recharge. There's a need to recharge. So the Spirit is saying that even in your spiritual self, and Pisceans, you are very spiritual, very psychic, very sensitive. And even in that element of your personality, you need to go in and charge, because that has been kind of drained. And right now, you're so tired from whatever has been going on in your life that right now you're not thinking clearly, and you're not going to make the best decisions right now. But that's all right. You're going to get that together. Let's go forward with your reading. Okay. Piscean family members, the Spirit is showing me where, it's time for you to move on as far as some of these energies are concerned. And I did mention that some of you are experiencing, like I said, a three-way. Some of you are experiencing an end to something and a beginning to something new. And the Spirit is showing me where it is time for you to move on. You do have to move on with your life. This is not a time to sit there. This is not a time to sit there and just dwell on that and hope for the impossible. And sometimes we all have a tendency, I should say that I do, I won't say we all, sometimes I have a tendency to see things how I really want them to be and not really how they are. So I really, really want them to be this way, but that's not the way they are. And so the Spirit is saying that there's a need for a recharging of your batteries, there's a need for you to move on. And I can tell you that where you need to get some strength A couple of different dynamics are going on regarding this card. To get some strength in your spirit, go back, go in, go deep, and spend some time with your spiritual self. That's number one. The other part that I'm looking at here is that some of you are getting ready to take a trip back. So when I say a trip back, I mean some of you might be going to a family reunion, or you might be going to some type of a class reunion. It has something to do with going back to your childhood, going back in time, and going on a trip. And the Spirit is saying that this is going to happen. This is a good thing for you to do. It's okay for you to do that. It's okay for you to look back. It's okay for you to retreat a little bit. It's okay for you to think about times when you were happier, times when your life was more, prosperous. But the Spirit is showing me money coming to you, so it's not going to be that long. It's not going to be that long. So if you've taken a money loss, there's a refilling of money coming in the not too distant future. And when I say not too distant, I'm talking 4 to 6 weeks right here. And the Spirit is showing me that. And some of you are looking for employment. Some of you are hoping to get some news about employment. And the Spirit is saying that when that news comes, that news is not coming favorably. In other words, you're not going to get this particular job that you want, but that's all right. Let's look forward. Okay. Piscean family members, some of you have had, or you will have in the not too distant future, you will be denied some job. You will be denied some money. So in other words, you wanted it, but it's not going to come for you. But I told you that doesn't mean that you give up and say, man, it's all over, it's not fair. No. There's some money coming, and there's some assistance coming. So this particular job that you wanted, this particular thing that you were expecting news from, you were expecting and hoping that this money would come through, and you were hoping that it would come to you. And the Spirit is showing me where that job and that money is not going to come. However, there is a global energy for Piscean family members of money coming, good fortune being offered to you. The Spirit is showing me that. The Spirit is also showing me, once again, Pisces family members, the Spirit is showing me love. And I like it. There's love. And there's love with an older person, or perhaps a person that you deem to be wise. You think of the person as wise. In fact, this person, this masculine energy might actually have a beard, because this card always shows up and the beard is always prominent, indicating either the person is senior to yourself, or the person is somebody you look up to in the way of wisdom. That person, and sometimes that person, when this card is in a different position, sometimes that person can be overbearing. But at this time in your life, that person can be security for you and can give you a sense of stability. So this is a good thing for Pisces family members. Some of you are going to have to, once again, some of you are going to have to move on. Some of you are going to have to get over it. This is something that I see. And like I said, that me type of thing, that me type of stuff is there. And it's going to end, but it's real, and it's in your environment. In other words, it's around you. It's nothing that you can change. You've done all that you can do, but it's around you, but it's going to end. The Spirit is showing me where some of you are very frustrated with the way you make money, very frustrated with your job, and that's okay. It's okay, very frustrated with the flow of money. But like I said, there is money coming. There's a breakthrough coming. There's some assistance coming. In addition, there's some money coming in the way of like a job type of thing, or money coming to you that you did not expect. It's not necessarily a surprise like a lottery type of money, but it is a money offer that is coming to you. And so this is a good thing, Pisces family members, because the Spirit does show me where you're not thinking clearly once again. And I said that a few moments ago, so that's a confirmation. Pisces family members, the Spirit is again confirming. You know what to do. You have all the stuff to do everything with. You're good looking, you're beautiful, you're charming, you have personality, you're intelligent. You know, you have all this, but right now it's feeling a little depleted, and so there's a need to charge. In addition, there's a need for you to refocus on your future and your long-term goals. Think of your long-term goals. Sometimes we're so bogged down with what we call, quote unquote, reality. And this reality, quote unquote, is something that keeps our attention, and it makes us sad, and it makes us feel drained. But the Spirit is saying that you have to look forward. You have to look forward in your life. You have to get a forward-thinking perspective. There is a masculine energy in some of your environments, in some of your future, I should say. And this masculine energy is a intellectual person. So I mentioned masculine energy in several different places, and one was love particularly. The other one was a masculine energy that was wiser or older, and that person is going to give, some of you are looking for stability and you need that, and it's going to be there. Others are looking for intellectual guidance and stimulation, and that masculine energy is going to be there for you. So those of you that are the female energy the female energy Pisces family members, and you are now looking for that masculine energy to come into your life, I mentioned 3 different types. And so there are 3 types of masculine energy, but there certainly is a strong vibration of love and this masculine energy coming for Pisces family members. Pisces family members, this is a very good time for you to be creative. This is a time for you to think outside the box, a time for you to do some stuff. So whatever your creative energies are, you need to get into those. So as I said, some of you are feeling a little zapped right now. Some of you are feeling a little dry, a little tired, and perhaps your creative energies will stimulate you. But in addition, this card that the Spirit has laid out in front of me also indicates a time of fertility. So Pisces family members, for those of you that would like to enlarge your family, this is a good time for it. And those of you that would not like to enlarge your family, well, you know what you have to do. Once again, the Spirit is showing me a card where things are ending in your life. There's a cycle that is ending and a new cycle is beginning. And the reason why that cycle had to end is because you finally saw things for what they really are. And you see, I just mentioned that a few moments ago because my spirit sensed that. But now the Spirit has laid out that card indicating that now you're seeing things clearly for what they really are. So get up and do something about it. You're seeing things clearly for what they really are, and that could go back to that love relationship. In fact, that's the only dynamic on your spread and your money, but your money's going to be fine and that love is going to be okay. But I'm talking about that 3-way that you don't want to be a part of it, or now you're just coming to awareness of it, or it's ended and you're finally getting some clarity about, wow, I didn't even know that was going on. So that's the type of energy that I'm sensing. Pisces family members, the Spirit is showing me you, particularly those of you that are the female energy, you are going to come to a place of financial stability. I did mention money was coming. So for those of you who are the female energy, you can expect to be financially stable in the not too distant future. But in addition, I do have to tell you, I need for you to follow all traffic rules, traffic laws, slow down, seat belts, stop at stop signs. There's a card that indicates a need to slow down, Pisces family members. In addition, it could also be a psychological, emotional slowing down, as opposed to being impulsive, irrational, and letting your temper get the best of you. There's a need for you to slow down, Pisces family members. And once again, there is some good news, and the good news is that there's an end to, like I said, that me, and that backstabbing and that jealousy and all that. That stuff is showing up once again, but it's showing up as an end. Pisces family members, this has been a general reading for the month of July, for mid-month of July 2017. Those of you that would like to book a private reading, please reach out to me through my email. That's onewhosees4you@yahoo.com. That's onewhosees4you@yahoo.com. Looking forward to hearing from you, Pisces family members, and looking forward to providing a private reading for you. Certainly. Thank you so much for listening.